A driver attempting a right-hand turn has suffered critical injuries after heading straight into the path of a ute on the Princes Highway near Cogra this morning.
My name is Anthony, and this is my story. I'm 45 years of age. I'm married with 2 kids, and I'm pretty active. I've been going to the gym for at least 25 years now. By trade or profession, I'm an insurance broker. I go to Crunch Fitness in Moordale. I've been a member now for about 2 years. 95% of the time I just do weights, and sometimes I go on the treadmill, but I normally walk to the gym, which is a couple of Ks, and walk home. So that's my form of exercise or cardio. So 2 years ago, I was involved in a car accident. It was during lockdown, and if you remember lockdown, everything was closed. Gyms were closed, a lot of things were closed. So I was going to the park with my brother and a few friends in the morning to exercise. And on the way there, I was T-boned and had an accident. It was clearly my fault. I don't know what I was thinking, but obviously at the time I survived the accident, but it was quite a horrific accident. It impacted my life massively. First of all, I was in a coma for 9 days. I ended up being at St George for a month and a half. And then they transferred me to Liverpool Brain Injury Unit for another month and a half. So all up, I was in hospital for about 3 months. I ended up taking 8 months off work, and I went back to work in April 2002. And I've been back at work now for about 16 months or 17 months. So when I was discharged from hospital, I was appointed, I think 2 or 3 physios. One to work on my neck, because I had problems from my neck from the accident. I had a physio just at home, like to do general stuff, but then they appointed a physio that would help me at the gym. And the physio used to come with me to the gym every session for about 2 months, until she moved to Coffs Harbour, I think it was. So yeah, going to the gym has been massively important and helped my recovery. Every time I've planned to go to the gym before the week started, I've always stuck to that schedule for 2 years now. So I've been going for 2 years, at least 3 or 4 times every week, because I plan to do that, and I've never said, no, I can't. It's the hardest thing I've had to do physically, mentally and emotionally. Like, I've got young kids at home, and trying to show them that, everyone in life goes through hardships. But if I can show them that whatever comes your way in life, you fall off the horse, you get back on. And that's been that's what I've tried to do from the start. My wife would be number one. She'll run through a freaking wall for me. I got my family, my immediate family, my parents, they're in their 80s. My brother and my sister, I've got a twin brother, but I've got a sister as well, and they've been so supportive. Everything they've done, they've always been there. So that's the reason why I want to get back to normal again, because I've got them. I don't want to let them down. So I've got them always in my mind. What I vaguely remember is lying down in the bed in St George Hospital. I remember lying there, and I remember early on, this is probably back in September in 21, I used to think, I think the doctors have misdiagnosed me, because my thought was clear, the way I was talking to myself was clear, but it wasn't until I started talking or doing stuff the connections in the head to the body and the mouth had been damaged. So that's what I experienced, and yeah, it was very hard just being in St George because I was all there by myself. I'm not the type of person who just strums up conversation with a stranger. You know, it's got to be someone that I know who I want to talk to. And you know, to be honest, I don't want to talk to someone that's lying in the bed next to me. And it wasn't really until they transferred me to Liverpool Hospital, I shared a room with someone. The guy who I had the room with, he was actually an ex-army person. So he used to get up at the crack of dawn, have a shower and leave the room. And I wouldn't see him again until 8 or 9 o'clock at night. So it was like I had my room there as well. I enjoyed that because, you know, it was bad enough being there, and all I could think about was trying to get back to normal again and what I had to do to get back to normal. One of the biggest challenges I had was I had massive doubts if I could ever do my job again. And that used to play in my mind a lot because you got to remember I was in bed day after day, week after week, month after month. And I had serious doubt if I could do my job again. So that was playing my mind. And if you look in the video, I actually started losing my hair because I think all the worry I was doing. So it wasn't until I went back to work and I started doing my job again, it all came back, not easily, but it wasn't difficult. I was a lot slower in doing the work, but I could still do the job. And that gave me a big confidence boost. So that helped me a lot. So I've been doing, you know, the work I've been doing for at least, I don't know, 15 years now. So it's not like I've got to go and learn something new. It's almost second nature. So yeah, I just can't do it at the speed I once used to. So when the paramedics arrived at the accident, I was obviously unconscious. And what they do is, or what the paramedics do is what's called a Glasgow coma score. And it's the paramedics' way of determining your level of consciousness. I'm obviously 15 at the moment because I'm talking and I'm responsive, but the scale's from 3 to 15. I scored a 3, which is the lowest score, the lowest possible score. The statistics show that if you score a 3, 89% of people die in the first 30 days because of the trauma they've suffered. 7% wake up in a vegetative state, and the remaining 4% make some sort of recovery. So I'm at 4%. The injuries that I suffered, it's a grade 2 diffused axonal injury, or shearing of the brain. And a statistic I saw after the accident is that people that have that injury, 70% of patients need full-time care. So I sustained permanent frontal lobe damage. The front of your brain, which is responsible for your thinking, cognitive, your emotions. So I've got permanent damage as a result. Only during the first probably 2 months, the physiotherapist that they appointed, she used to come with me, and all we were doing was walking on the treadmill. You know, I've been going to the gym now for 20 odd years, so I know what I'm doing in the gym. I don't need anyone to show me how to lift a weight or superset or things like that. Massive challenge, almost every day. So walking to the gym was 2 Ks. Just walking to the gym, when I got there, it was only 2 kilometers, but walking there felt like I'd run 10 kilometers. And that was even before I'd even started the gym. So, you know, to muster up the energy and motivation to do a workout was very difficult, but I persevered. And like I said, I never ever said, I'm not going to the gym, I'm too tired. I've always gone to the gym when I plan to go to the gym. I feel like my strength is the only thing that's returned pre-accident. So my strength is definitely back there. Some of the things I used to do, so I can't run like I used to. I can't just jump on the treadmill and do a fast run. I've got to really be careful how I run, because not I've got any serious injuries, but my right side where the car hit me, I notice it doesn't work the same way as my left side. So I've got to be careful when I run, especially on the treadmill, that I don't fall over. Yeah, I think I did like I said, I only do weights at the gym, but I think, like I said, I'm at my pre-accident strength in terms of the body parts that I do. It was about 2 or 3 months ago that my strength is definitely changed. Someone asked me back in January last year, they said to me, so you've made 100% recovery? I'm like, nowhere near. Like, I'm still recovering. It's going to take, the doctors can't tell me how long it's going to take me to recover, if I'm going to recover at all. All they know is, because there's not enough evidence for them to go on. So it's how you react yourself to situations or scenarios you're put into. If I could give any advice to anyone about life in general, is your #1 priority in life should be your health. Don't think about anything else. If you don't have your health, you can't look after your wife, your husband, your partner, your kids, your parents. The second thing in life, I would say, set yourself goals. I had goals when I was in Liverpool Hospital, something as simple as walk to the cafe and pay for a coffee. I achieved that goal. I moved on to my next one. The next goal I set myself was to walk from home to the gym and to be independent. So I did that. I walk to the gym, I walk home. I've set myself so many more goals that I'm going to achieve. It's just going to take a bit of time. The other thing I'd say is effort. If you said to me that when I was in hospital, when I started my rehab in hospital, that you could have given, 20% extra or 30% extra, or when you got discharged from hospital, you took it easy. You didn't really apply yourself too much. But my answer to that is no. Since day one, since I had the accident, my effort has, I don't believe in this 110%, my effort has always been 100%. So that's the other thing I'd say in life is give your all for everything you do. Work, personal, family, relationships, give everything, because you don't know when that can be taken away.